The situation in Georgia remains perilous. I'm pleased by President Bush's statement this morning, and I support the various steps he outlined, including the dispatch of Secretary Rice to Georgia and Europe, the delivery of humanitarian supplies to Georgia by sea and air, and U.S. insistence on Russian compliance with the terms of the ceasefire, which include the withdrawal of all of its military forces from Georgia. The President's statement of support for Georgia at this dangerous time is of critical importance, not only to the Georgian people, but to all countries that are closely monitoring Russian activities and action. I welcome President Sarkozy's mediation and that of the European Union. I am concerned that the ceasefire agreement omitted any reference to Georgia's territorial integrity. And it's clear that Russia is continuing military operations against Georgian targets despite the agreement, including in areas far from South Ossetia. I'm deeply disturbed by reports of looting, burning villages, and killing civilians that are in areas under Russian control. Anyone committing human rights abuses or acts in violation of the laws of war should be held accountable. At a time of high energy prices and instability in global markets, it's important to understand that events in Georgia, part of a strategic energy corridor, affects lives, individual lives, far beyond the Caucasus. Because of the fighting, the Baku-Supsa oil pipeline has been shut down at a time when the Baku-Tbilisi-Ceyhan pipeline is also closed. Those pipelines are critical for transporting oil from sources in the Caspian to points west. The United States has canceled a planned joint military operation with Russia, but we will now need to review the full range of our relations. With our NATO allies, we must address the future of the alliance's relationship with Russia, and with our G7 partners, we should discuss whether it makes sense for Russia to continue its participation in the G8. We'll also need to review Russia's aspiration for membership in the World Trade Organization. In addition, I urge discussions about an international peacekeeping operation, including canvassing nations for possible contributions to such a force. NATO should also begin anew the discussions about a membership track for both Georgia and Ukraine. After the events of the past 6 days, no one should wonder why countries on Russia's periphery so ardently seek the security guarantees alliance membership represents. The situation in Georgia remains fluid and dangerous. And as soon as possible, my colleagues, Senator Lieberman and Senator Graham, will be traveling. They're both to Georgia. They're both members of the Senate Armed Services Committee. I hope that other members of the Armed Services Committee in the Senate and they will go together and receive an assessment of the situation and what we need to do in the future to avoid further escalation and also to protect the independence and freedom of the people of this brave democratic ally, the country of Georgia. Thank you.